Hello again, two more games here. We just looked at Abbasov against Gukesh, third round from the end, and it was an extremely important game for Gukesh to win, because now that made so he catched up to John Nepomniachtchi, and also Hickel won, so there are three players in the lead here after round 12, and now they are playing round 13. So Gukesh needs revenge because he lost this unlucky game here where he played poorly in the end here. It was a draw position here, and he underestimated Firouzja's attack and got mated here on the king side. So Gukesh needs to play against Firouzja again. So this time Gukesh is right, of course, and he goes for Spanish and not Italian. Often he plays the Italian, but this time he plays the Spanish. It's almost the same opening. Firouzja goes for the Berlin defense, and the best or most common move here is for d3, because going into the main Berlin stuff is just extremely analyzed and extremely drawish. So if you want to win, you need to play d3. And Firouzja goes for this line, managed to trade a knight. And this is surely theory for both players, so I won't spend so much time of it. It looks like if black would castle and white would play knight f3, it would be like completely symmetrical position, but then black actually gained a tempo, so he would be playing with a tempo more. But as we will see, white wants to put the knight here on e3 instead, maybe sometimes going to f5. So, but black didn't castle, he played that one move. I guess it's because he suspects white will play knight c4, so he can go back with the bishop to a7. And now he castle and knight f3, logical. Try to support the knight so he can take back with the queen here. Black plays d5, computer likes it. It looks sometimes it's a little bit dangerous to do the d5, but it looks fine here. And white decides to cover e4 and cover d3. Don't really see the point of that, but well, yeah, it's a fine move, actually top computer move also. And black does that, so he doesn't have to deal with the annoying knight f5. And here, interestingly, Gukesh changed the character of the position by playing ed5. Computer thinks that's fine, but it was also possible to play slower here. Don't really know what he was worried about. h3, for example, looks fine, but let's see what happens. Maybe he wants to play against the black center here. I guess because of the way the tournament was, that a position like this would probably be quite hard for white to win. It's just not it's a dry position. You can play this for a long time, but it's shouldn't be anything special for white here. Should be completely equal. But of course Gukesh could try the long game and play out Firouzja, of course. So I guess he wants to avoid that and get a more interesting position. So maybe these pawns can be a little bit weak sometimes, and this white's only thing is that this pawn is a little bit, now when the center open like this, then this g6 is a little bit wrong. It gives some holes here, so maybe black could have taken for example here, take, and then it would have been harder for white to this is a safer move now when the center is a bit more closed. That's what I was trying to say to you. So rook e8. Okay, so e4 is a bit interesting. He's trying to do something here. That was not possible with the bishop on c2 because it could just be taken maybe. But now he can do it. Okay, bishop, knight f1. Okay, so this position looks, yeah, it looks quite equal, but white definitely has winning chances because of the yeah. Black has some weaknesses here, but of course also some potential, but white is pretty solid. Yeah, I don't know why he allowed a3. Looks correct structurally to play like this, but I guess it's this this one here going in here has to take something like this. Is apparently a bit better for black. Interesting. Didn't really understand that. Here playing good here. To not allow knight f4. Okay, so here it's typical thing here with like the tournament position, like black is happy with a draw, like he can offer like a repetition because white obviously cannot take it because he would need to win like to improve his chances to win the tournament. So here white plays this one instead. So white has this nice blockading knight and black has this protected passed pawn. The knight is fianchettoed. It's a bad, you don't want the knight fianchettoed often, but it's defense, at least this pawn here. Okay, so but white's other pieces are more active, and apparently here black makes like a serious mistake here. He plays rook g8. They're doing this popular maneuver nowadays, the king h8 rook g8 line. Popular maneuver nowadays. But then it's white's turn to make a mistake. He played here, but queen h6 was better. I don't really see why. Like, what's white's plan if... Okay, that's nice. The king wants to go over to the queen side a bit. Maybe try to play some kind of an endgame or something here. Like an endgame would probably be winning for white now with such a good queen, and can take the queen side here. Okay, so that's white's winning attempt is to play like, okay, put the queen here and then take like that. I see. Was hard to see why white was why it was good for white, but that's the reason. So he did this one, which the computer didn't like, but white played here, which was bad because it allowed some tactic here. Let's see what happened. What could have happened? Okay, and he can give the knight because this is like I guess it's actually a checkmate here. Okay, so it's forced checkmate. So maybe Firouzja missed this, that he could do knight. He could get a counter attack here. Knight e6. And then here. And white has to trade queens. Only move. Something like this. Okay, can't go here and here for the fork. Can't go here because the rook checks has to go here. And okay, so this is apparently... Well, that can apparently hold this. Yeah, he's getting a2 pawn and gets his own passed pawn here now, so... Yeah. I believe that's a draw. But I guess... White could have done that also, but then black would win a tempo. He would get the knight here for free compared to the game. So black did that, trying to trade, and that was bad because this one. Don't really see why this is so bad for black. The computer thinks this one is best. Yeah, it's hard for black. Will probably lose a pawn here, whatever he plays, but it looks bad already. So he did rook e8, which of course lose that pawn. Tries to get some activity, but of course it should be probably be winning for. This should be winning for white probably. A better king also, better pieces, but more pawns. So what would have happened here? It's this, we spoke about this, wasn't it, that this Arabian corner mate here. It was the same tactic in the other game that Gukesh lost, Firouzja won because he got in that the corner Arabian corner mate tactic. And look here, like it cannot be defended. Such a strong threat. So would have been kind of cool if Firouzja won first game like this. And then Gukesh would be like, you taught me a new trick. You can mate with both only two pieces, and he would go back like that. That would have been a proper ending to this game. But they played something else. So white is 2 pawns up, and the queen side pawn on C and B is quite dangerous here. Okay, so white wins. This doesn't really work because you can block here, so black cannot even sack on the pawn. So it's checkmate next. Very good game by Gukesh, and it was a very, very interesting. Sorry if I went a little bit too fast here in the middle game here. If now when we can see what happened, it definitely looks like g5 was wrong. It only helped white to get play against this weak. The f5 pawn got weak, so because of these nice blockade knights. So g5 was wrong. As we can see here, computer prefers black here. So if he just would play slowly or not do anything, he would probably have managed to draw this game. Okay, so we are at the final round. So what happened here was that Gukesh won, Hikaru and Nepomniachtchi both drew, and Fabiano won. So he catched these players on the same point, and half a point ahead is Gukesh. So it's interesting here because in the last game Hikaru plays Gukesh. So if Hikaru would win, he would end on +4. So he would overtake Gukesh. Hikaru needs to win. If Gukesh draw against Hikaru, Gukesh is at least shared first. Then he can eventually have a playoff rapid games with either Nepomniachtchi or Fabiano if they manage to win. But we can already see here that Nepomniachtchi and Fabiano did not manage to win, and not so did Hikaru. Didn't win either because he played a draw against Gukesh. So Gukesh won this tournament and got the right to play the World Championship match. It's not only like the prestige of the World Championship match, which is enormous, like the only thing that chess players remembers from like 150 years ago, they can even when I was a kid I could name all the chess world chess champions. When I also read Kasparov's good books about his predecessors, so I could do maybe it starts with Lasker and then Capablanca, Öve, Aljechin, and so on. I think I could do it still. Smyslov. No, it's not Smyslov. It's Botvinnik, Smyslov, Tal, Petrosyan, Spassky, Fischer, Karpov, Kasparov, Kramnik, Anand, Carlsen, Liren. So we can add Gukesh to that list if he wins the World Championship match, which starts 25th. I thought it started 15th, but it's 25th of November, and it's as I understand it, it starts 10 in the morning Central European time. And if there is interest, maybe I could stream and commentate some games. Otherwise, I will probably watch if someone like Svidler or Gustafsson is streaming. And then I do an analysis in the evening afterwards, because I'm very much looking forward to that match. It's being played in Singapore, and they're starting very late, starting 5 in the evening. But I guess that's because Europe has most chess players, so they are kind of paying for it. So it's so that the match will be so Europe can basically can watch it, I guess. Because if they would start early there, then it would be night here in Europe. So it would be fun to watch that, but it probably won't be so easy for Americans to watch it. Actually, I think it would be night in America, but for Europeans it would be good to watch the game. Okay, so we only have one game left, and it's the game against Hikaru and Gukesh. And already spoiled here, it would be a draw, and it will be a pretty strange game because Hikaru won't try very hard to win for some reason. He's such a defensive player. So let's look at that in next video.